You clicked on this video because you've been playing XDefiant and your aim has been struggling or felt inconsistent and you want to know why. Well, you're in luck because in this video I'm going to briefly talk about why the aim operates as it does in XDefiant and a couple of things that you can do to make your aim more consistent and just better overall. There's no denying that aim has been a struggle for lots of people in XDefiant. As you look on YouTube, as you read comments, as you hear people in game chat maybe, it's clear to see that aim feels inconsistent compared to Call of Duty, compared to Battlefield maybe. The aim is just a little inconsistent and people are wondering why that's the case, like why that's happening to them, because it doesn't happen to them in any other game. There's a couple of reasons that aim is inconsistent that are out of our control, and there's a couple that we might actually be able to play a part in controlling. But we have to understand first and foremost that this is a beta. And one of the biggest things that's going to make aim be inconsistent is not really your aim, but it's the netcode where your bullets just aren't registering on bodies, the hitboxes that may not be perfect and lag behind or go far before the person you're shooting, so you're hitting them but you're not really hitting them in the game, and things like that. So there's just certain aspects of the game that aren't fully polished, again because it's a beta, that are out of your control. And sometimes you're going to get jokes, sometimes you're going to stop shooting when someone should die. That's just the way it goes. Once the full game comes out, that will be better, that will be changed hopefully, and that won't be happening as much. But there are a couple of other things that I haven't seen people explicitly talk about that are kind of weird. I don't know if you've experienced this as I have, or maybe you haven't noticed that you've experienced it, but there'll be one time where you see an enemy 40 meters away and you aim down sight and you just fry them. Like, you don't miss a bullet, your aim feels great, it feels smooth, and it's a really satisfying kill. There will be another situation where you aim at somebody 20 meters away or 40 meters away and you start shooting and it's like your gun is just going crazy. Like, the recoil pattern is different, your gun is bouncing and bobbing all over the place, and the recoil patterns are static in this game. They are. They're supposed to be. But it's just this really weird thing where every once in a while, depending on who you are and how often you may feel this happening to you, your aim just spazzes out. And it's not something that you're doing on the controller. Because I'll be honest, I don't say this arrogantly. I've been playing Call of Duty since Black Ops 2. I've played competitively. I've played semi-professionally. This doesn't happen to me on games. I don't just forget how to aim in 1 or 2 gunfights out of 40 in a game. My aim is just going ballistic at times, which is really odd, and hopefully will get fixed and it'll stop jittering quite as much. But there's a couple of things that you can control, which is why you're on this video. So I had to talk about that beforehand. There are some things that are just out of our control completely when it comes to aiming, when it comes to having inconsistent aim, just based on the game's code, how the game is working, and hopefully all that's going to be found and fixed. That's what the point of the beta playtest is for. But there are a couple of things that a couple of reasons that your aim might feel bad consistently that are actually on you that you're able to change. So we're going to talk about those two things really quickly and talk about what you can do, some settings specifically that you can change to help you out. The first big reason your aim may feel bad is because aim assist is much less strong in this game than in any of the previous Call of Duties. This aim assist reminds me honestly of like a Black Ops 2 type aim assist, where you're getting aim assist, but it's not ridiculous and it's not going to aim for you. Like, you're having to aim yourself. So with the aim assist being lower than you're used to, one of the things that you might have to do is actually lower your sensitivity, lower your ADS sensitivity. So for example, in Modern Warfare 2, I play on 6 sensitivity, 0.95 multiplier. So my multiplier for my ADS sensitivity is 0.95. I don't know the exact number, but that's like 5.8, 5.9, something like that. In this game, my sensitivity is set to 35, which is about 6.5, because I want to be able to turn faster. That's about 6.5 out of 20 in the scale of Call of Duty. But my ADS sensitivity multiplier, I've actually brought down to 0.75. So when I was at 66.95 in COD, now I'm at 35.75. So I've drastically, not super drastically, but I've brought down my ADS sensitivity multiplier to compensate a little bit for that lack of strong aim assist. And I'm not complaining about the aim assist being what it is. I think it's better this way. I think it makes the skill gap higher. But what it's also going to do is make us be more conscious of what our sensitivity is. And our sensitivity is going to have to be a little lower because the game isn't just going to aim for us, especially with like the sliding and jumping and bunny hopping. You're going to have to be able to have really fine-tuned sensitivity control, while at the same time being able to move pretty quickly if you want to. So that's one tip. Because of aim assist being much less strong, then you're gonna have to lower your ADS sensitivity multiplier in order to compensate for that. The other reality is that along with the ADS or the aim assist being much less strong, the time to kill is infinitely higher in this game compared to Modern Warfare 2 specifically, and I love it. It makes the skill gap much wider, but again, this is gonna mean you're having to maintain good aim for longer periods of time, which is just harder to do. Like objectively, it's just harder to do. So again, lowering that sensitivity multiplier may be helpful. But another tip, and the last tip, so there's only 2 tips in this video: lower your ADS sensitivity multiplier. The last tip I wanted to encourage you with is your aim response curve type. All throughout Call of Duty, it's always been dynamic, 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 dynamic. Everybody's got to use dynamic. And so in this game, coincidentally, everyone said use reverse S, reverse S, reverse S, aim response curve type, reverse S. It's the same as dynamic, which it's supposed to be, and that's what you're supposed to do. But for some reason, when I switched to linear, and I would say it's placebo, but I don't think it's placebo, and I've seen other people say the same exact thing. When I switched to linear, my aim got much better. It was much more consistent. It was much more smooth. And I think because people are sliding, so what reverse S does is it makes your very, very small move adjustments quick, your very big adjustments quick, but in the middle, it makes them slower and more manageable. But the problem is people can slide and bunny hop and change direction so fast that having standard or reverse S is going to make it much harder for you to keep up with people as they're sliding and bunny hopping. You need linear so that it's a constant pace, a constant speed, no matter how far you're moving your stick or how micro you're moving your stick, how small you're moving your stick. So lower your ADS sensitivity multiplier and change your aim response curve type to linear and see if that works. And again, I'll just remind you, in this game, there are some times where your aim is just gonna freak out, your aim assist won't register because of the hitbox, because of the character model. That's just how it goes. When your aim assist doesn't register, your aim assist doesn't register. When your bullets don't register, your bullets don't register. It's a beta playtest that will be fixed. But for the times where you're just like, man, I can't aim to save my life, lower your ADS sensitivity multiplier a little bit. You don't have to do it a ton, just a little bit, and then change your aim response curve type to linear. I think that's gonna be the biggest tip, the biggest piece of advice that'll transform the way you're able to shoot. So that's gonna do it for me in this video. I know aiming is tougher in this game, but hopefully those 2 tips will help you out as you go along your way. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed the video. And if you want to see more XDefiant content, again, subscribe, stick around, because I'm here to stay. I'm loving this game, and I will continue to post more and more up until release. But then once it releases, I got a lot planned, and I'm really excited for it. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.